In this video, we are going to learn how to use Microsoft Excel and Word to mail merge and create a bunch of mailing labels. So to do that, I'm going to create some dummy data so that you can understand the whole concept thoroughly. So we are going to create some labels over here. So we are going to type in first name, press tab key to go to the next cell, then type in last name, go to the next cell and type in address, because in our labels we also want to put our city. Then we type in state, then finally we type in pin code. Okay, now what we are going to do is we are going to come in here and type in some first name. So we are going to type in Abhishek Gautam, that is the last name. Then we are going to type in first name Ashutosh, so Ashutosh, then last name Singh, then next first name is Vikas, last name Gupta, first name Mukesh, last name Misra, first name Ramesh, last name Pandey, first name Sandeep, last name Tiwari, first name Pankaj, last name Yadav, then first name Rohit, last name Sharma, like this, then first name Neeraj, last name Chauhan, like this, then finally our first name is Vijay, last name Kumar. So these are some first name and these are some last name. Then we are going to come in here and we are going to type in address. And how we are going to do that? We are going to type in is equal to, then we are going to use a concatenate formula. So we are going to type in concatenate, and I think you know that the concatenate formula is used to join two strings of text. Concatenate, open your bracket, then we want to put some random numbers. So we are going to type in rand between, that is the function name for putting random numbers, open bracket, then we want to put random numbers between 100 to 999 or 1000, whatever, let's say 500. Then close the bracket, put another comma, then we are going to put string. So we are going to open quotes, then we are going to type in dash b, comma, then whatever the address is, Virat Nagar, so Virat Nagar, then close your quotes, then close your bracket. Now if we press enter, you will see that it will automatically put a number that will be between 101 and 500, then dash b, then Virat Nagar. So we are going to hit enter. Now you can see that it is 156b, Virat Nagar. So this is the random number between 101 and 500. This is b that we put between the strings, means quotes. Then this is Virat Nagar. Now what we are going to do, we are just going to select this cell, then we are going to drag this corner, or we can just double click and it will automatically populate the remaining cells that you see over here. So we are going to just drag it like this, and you can see that all these addresses have a different number. This is 255 to 340, 263, 204, 452, 129, 107, 351 and 363, and these are all random numbers between 101 and 500. Then we need to put in city. So we are going to type in Kanpur. Let's say we also want to put a comma. So we are going to type in Kanpur like this. Then if you want to populate the remaining cells with the same name, means Kanpur, we are just going to come in here and we are going to just double click on it, and you can see that it populated all the remaining cells with the same name, same content, Kanpur. Then we come in here and type in the state name, which is in our case UP, because Kanpur is in UP, means Uttar Pradesh. So we are going to type in UP in capital. Then if we want to populate all the remaining cells, we can either double click or we can drag it like this, and it will automatically populate all the remaining cells. As you can see, it populated the remaining cells with the word UP, that stands for Uttar Pradesh. Then we need to put pin code, which in this case will be same, because this is same locality, Viratnagar, so pin numbers can't be changed. But if you want to put different pin names, we can also put that, just for your knowledge. So let's say we want to put in here 208007. Then if we want to put the next number, that is 208008 and 208009, we can also do that. But if we don't want to do that, we can just drag it and it will populate all the remaining cells with the same number. But let's say we want to populate with a different number, different pin code. We just have to hold down the control key. After pressing it, then we can drag the corner, and you'll see that this is 007, 008, 009, and similarly it put all the different pin codes. But let's say we don't want to put different pin codes, we want to put same pin codes. How we can do that? First of all, we have to just undo this. So we are going to press Ctrl Z together. Then we are going to drag this corner, and in this situation it will populate all the remaining cells with the same pin code. Okay, now we need to do some formatting. So first of all, we are going to fix this column and this column. You can see first name doesn't appear completely. So what we can do, we can just come in here. When our arrow turns into a double-headed arrow, we can double click like this, and you can see that it automatically resizes the column so that the content fits into this cell. Then we need to also fix this. So we are going to come in here and we are going to double click like this, and it also resizes this cell or this column. Then we need to resize this column for these all cells that have addresses. So we are going to come in here and then we are going to click and drag it like this. If it is not perfect, we can again click and drag. Now you can see that all the addresses fits in these cells. Then, and I think we don't need to fix any of other these things, they are perfectly fine. And if we don't want to put comma over here, we have to just come in here, double click, then it will be in edit mode. Then we can remove this comma. Then again we can populate all the remaining cells in the same way. Now you can see that all the commas are removed from here. Alright, so we created a bunch of first name, last name, addresses, city, state, and pin codes. Now what we need to do, we need to save this spreadsheet. And how we can do that? Actually, we can do it in 3 different ways. First of all, we can click on this option and then we can save it, or we can press Ctrl+S key combination to save this spreadsheet, or we can go to this option, file, then from here we can click on save, and because I have already saved it, So it just updated the existing spreadsheet, but if you haven't saved it, it will ask you a name for this spreadsheet, and then you have to click on OK, and it will save it, and you can save that name that you gave it here on the top of it. Okay, alright. So now we have saved our spreadsheet. So now we have created this dummy sheet of data. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open Microsoft Word. I have already opened it, so I just need to click on it and it will automatically open. But if you haven't opened it, you can just press Window key plus R, then a run command dialog box will appear. Here you have to type in WinWord, WINWORD. Then you have to click on this button that you see over here on OK, and it will automatically open up your Word document program. Okay, so this is how you can open Microsoft Word if you haven't opened it, but because I have already opened it, so I don't need to do this. Let's make it a little bit bigger so that you can see it. Okay, so this is our Word program. Now what we need to do, we need to come in here where this mailings tab is, and then we need to click on it. And when we click on it, you can see this start mail merge group over here, and you can see this create group over here. From here we can create envelopes and we can create labels. So let's click on labels option, and you will see that a pop-up window will appear over here. It's taking a little bit of time, so let's wait for this. But let's say I don't want to do this. I'm going to show you a more efficient way to do this. So we are going to close it because we don't need it. Then what we need to do, we need to come in here and we need to click on it. Then in the drop down menu, you can see this labels option. We need to click on it. Once this pop-up window appears, we need to come in here where label vendors is written, and we need to click on here, and then we have to select this option, a very US letter. So click on it. Then from here we need to select what we need to select. We need to select 5160 easy peel address. I think that is not there. So we are going to select this one. This is basically asking us what kind of labels do we want to use. So from here we need to select a very US letters, and from here where product number is written, we need to select this one, 5155 easy peel return address labels. And a very 5155 easy peel return address labels is basically a sheet of almost 30 labels, and these labels are made by a very for inkjet printers and laser printers and photocopiers. So I'm going to use this one, 5155 easy peel return address labels. So I'm going to click on OK. Now you can't see, but actually our document is modified. There is actually a table on this work document. So if I want to show this table, how we can show that? We just need to come in here. You can see this. This is called Selector Handler. We need to click on it. Now you can see that if we want to make it more obvious, more clear, we need to go to our Home tab. Then here you can see under Paragraph Group this option, that is Borders. We need to click here on this triangle symbol. Then from here we can select all borders. Now you can see that this is a table and it is all borders, and I have bordered it so that you can see it, and I'm not going to change it because this is not going to hurt our functionality or our table's functionality. So I'm going to keep it. Now this table is sized in such a way that it can correspond to the style of label that we chose, and the border we just applied doesn't affect the functionality of labels, so we are going to leave it like this. Then what we need to do, we again need to go to Mailings tab. Then from here we need to click on Select Recipients. Okay. Now here you can see these options: type a new list, use an existing list. Now if you want to type in a new list of recipients, you can type in by clicking on this. But if you want to use an existing list, you have to click on this option. And as you can guess, we need to use an existing list that we created in Excel. So we are going to click on this. Okay. Now what we need to do, we need to define the file that we want to use as a source of recipient. So we are going to click on this option, that is desktop, and from here we are going to click on this folder, and from here we are going to select the file that we want to use as a source of recipients. And as you know, the name of that file is application of mail merge create labels. So we are going to select this file and then we are going to click on open. Now you can see over here, this is sheet 1. If it is selected, we need to click on OK. Now when we click on OK, you can see that there are so many next record, next record, next record, next record, next record. There are so many. And all these are called placeholders. Okay. So these are placeholders for next record. Now what we need to do, we need to design how we want these labels to look like. So to do that, what we are going to do, so we are going to come in here and we are going to click on this placeholder, and then we are going to come in here and we are going to click on insert merge field, and you can see all the fields over here, and these fields are first name, last name, address, city, state and pin code. So first of all, we are going to click on first name. Then we need to give some space. Then again we are going to click on here on insert merge field, last name, then enter, then again insert merge field, address, space, insert merge field, city, space, insert merge field, state, insert merge field, pin code. So what I'm doing here, I'm designing the way these labels should look like. Then what we are going to do, we are going to come in here under write and insert fields group, and we are going to click on this option, update labels. And you can see that there are next record, first name, last name and all other values that we put over here. For right now, don't worry about next record. These all will disappear. All of these are just templates. Now if we want to preview results, how these labels will look like, we just need to come in here and we need to click on this option, preview results. And you can see that our labels will look like this. Okay. Now you can see that this doesn't fit on this label. So how we can fix that? We just need to put Kanpur under this address. So we are again going to shut off this preview results option. Now you can see that this is shut off, and again we can see next record, first name, last name, etc. So what we are going to do here, we are going to just come in here and we are going to fix all of these things. Okay. So we are going to delete it again and we are going to update labels. Now you can see that there are no fields in here. So we are going to add fields again. And how we add fields, we just need to come in here and click on first name, space, insert merge field, last name, enter, insert merge field, address, then enter, insert merge field, city, space, insert merge field, state, space, insert merge field, pin code. Then we need to update labels because we are making changes on these labels. So we need to click on update labels. Now all the labels are updated. If we want to preview the results, we just need to come in here and click on preview results. Now you can see that our labels will look like this. This is the name, first name, last name. This is the address. This is the city name. This is the state. And this is the pin code. So this is how we can create labels. Now we need to shut it off again. So we are going to click on it again. Then let's say we also want to make first name, last name bigger. So we are going to select first name and last name. Then we can come on Home tab. Then from here we can make it bold. If we want to do any changes, we can do it from here. Then we need to go to Mailings tab again. Then in here we need to click on Update Labels. So when you make changes on these labels, you have to update these labels and you have to click on this option. Now let's say we want to preview results, and how we can do that? We just need to come in here and click on Preview Results. And you can see that first name, last name is highlighted and all others are not highlighted. So this is how we can make first name, last name bold, or anything that we want to make bold. Let's shut it off again. Then if you want to add any kind of icon, you can also do that in here, and that will also reflect on all these labels. But we don't want to make it, we don't want to do it, so we are not going to add any kind of icons over here. Now what we need to do, we need to click on Finish and Merge. But before we do that, if we were to save this document, this would not be finished label. Simply, it is your template to construct the labels. So what we need to do, we need to come in here and click on this triangle. Then we will get three options: Edit Individual Documents, Print Document, Send Email Messages. We don't want to directly print this document because these are not finished labels. So first of all, we need to click on Edit Individual Document. Then so it will appear. From here we need to select all. If it is already selected, we just need to come in here and click on OK. Now this is our finished label sheet. If I were to save this, this would actually save my finished labels with all the data on it. That's exactly what I want to print out. Now you can see that there is a border around these labels, but let's say we don't want these borders. So how we can remove this border? We just need to come in here and click on Select Handler. Then we need to come in here and click on this triangle. Then we need to click on No Border, and all the borders around these labels will be removed. Now we got the normal sheet of labels to print out. So now what we can do, we can take a very label sheet and print it out. After printing these labels on paper, we can use them for multiple purposes. So this is how we can create labels using mail merge. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.